Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DK Bones here with a review on Dr. No. As I promised, uh, Dr. No is the first James Bond film that was brought to life from the Ian Fleming books. Even though it was not the first book that was written by Ian Fleming, it was the sixth book. First book was Casino Royale, which they did make a film before Dr. No, which is not canon, part of the Broccoli and Salzburg James Bond. It was sort of a comedy. But what I'm going to do is going to give a brief synopsis of Dr. No and how it was made and actors and everything involved. Give a plot scenario, go over some actors, and then give my point of view if you should watch it or not watch it and my rating. All right. Dr. No is a 1962 British spy film directed by Terence Young, which was the first of three James Bond movies he made Dr. No, From Russia with Love, and Thunderball. It's the first film in the James Bond series, as I said. Stars Sean Connery, the late Sean Connery, as the fictional MI6 James Bond, co-starring. We'll go on to co-stars later. Again, it was a 1958 book by Ian Fleming. The film was produced by Harry Saltzman and Albert R. Broccoli, who had a falling out later on. You can go into detail of when they had the falling out between what James Bond movies. And if you want to look up that history, you can do that yourself. And that's a rabbit hole I do not want to get into. In the film, James Bond is sent to Jamaica to investigate the disappearance of a fellow British agent. The trail leads him to an underground base of Dr. No, who is plotting to disrupt an early American space launch from Cape Canaveral with a radio beam weapon. Although this is the first book made into a film, as I said, this is the sixth book of the Ian Fleming series. The film makes few references to threads of early books and later books and series as well, such as the criminal organization Spectre. We'll go into detail when we get into the plot. Many aspects of James Bond film are established in Dr. No. The film begins with an introduction to the character through the view of a gun barrel and a highly stylish main title sequence, both of which were created by Maurice Binder. You can look him up. And also introduced the iconic theme music written by the film's score composer, Monty Norman, which from what I think I watched a documentary. He made it like in the middle of the night on his guitar. But the plot, I'm going to give a brief synopsis in my own words. Dr. Strangeways, the station chief of British intelligence service in Jamaica, is murdered along with his secretary, and then they lose contact with the station. James Bond is found later on playing backgammon. It panned over to England. He's playing backgammon, runs into the actress Sylvia Strange with other players. And then he does this iconic Bond, James Bond introduction to her. Then it pans over to his headquarters, or it pans over to his headquarters where M is told that about the situation over in Jamaica. Bond is called in with a napkin from Usher. Bond is then sent to Jamaica to investigate the death of Strangeways. Well, he's not sent yet. Bond, this is the important part. Bond was using a Beretta handgun and confiscates it because of, I guess, he had a jamming and almost got killed from it. So introduced to famous James Bond weapon, Walter PPK 7.65 millimeter. Then Bond is sent to Jamaica to investigate Strangeways' death and everything that's going on. And then the investigation, to show the scenery, Bond is tailed by or escorted by some guy that's spying on him, who eventually kills himself because he don't want to give Bond information. He bites into a cyanide-laced cigarette. Bond then is following another person he thought was person of interest named Coral, who later find out is on his side with the CIA agent Felix Leiter, who's famous in a lot of the James Bond books and movies. They then lead their investigation and find out that Coral helps Strangeways with investigating Crab Key, where Dr. No is, which Strangeway had brought back radioactive rocks, and that's why he was killed. And Bond and Coral then go to Crab Key to investigate. Then that's when they run into the young lady, Honey Rider, who had the famous, who was shell diving, who had the famous singing line underneath the coconut tree. I believe that's what it was. They then are found out by Dr. No's henchmen. Coral's killed by the dragon, which they said it was a dragon, it was a flaming tank. Bond and Ryder are captured, and then they are I guess they were contaminated by the swamp because it's radioactive. They are decontaminated, dressed, put into a room, given coffee and food. Coffee is laced with something to put them to sleep or drug. They are awakened to be dressed and have dinner with Dr. No, who's a Chinese German scientist with prosthetic metal hands due to radioactive exposure. No one was a member of the Chinese Tong until he stole 10 million in gold, which was a lot back then. Now works for Spectre, which you'll see a lot of them all the way up to, I believe, Diamonds Are Forever, and then the main boss makes an appearance in the beginning of For Your Eyes Only. But Spectre stands for Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorist, Revenge, and Extortion. So Bond and Ryder are taken away. Bond is placed in a cell. He escapes, and then he disguises himself. He overtakes one of the henchmen, puts on radioactive suit, goes into the room where Dr. No and the rest of them were planning to use the laser beam to shoot down the American rocket. Bond overloads the nuclear pool reactor. As launch commences, Dr. No fights him over top of where the reactor pool is. Dr. No slips on the little elevator shaft thing. He can't grasp onto the side or the sides, so he falls into the pool and dies because of his metal hands. He can't get any grip. Bond and Hunter then escape on a boat, and Dr. No's base explodes, and the Royal Navy pick them up. And then it shows Bond letting go of the rope, showing his romantic side. Not his romantic side, his James Bond side. But yeah, that's a brief plot of the movie Dr. No. And then also we can go into detail of some of the actors and actresses of the movie. Let me see. This is going. So we have the late Sean Connery, known for being James Bond. Before this, I believe he was a bodybuilder. One of his first films was The Longest Day. He had a brief cameo. There was a bunch of famous actors in that. But he lived from 1930 to 2020. So 5 years ago, he passed away. Orson Andrus. I'm messing her name up. I believe she's still alive. She was born in 1936. She's a Swiss actress and former model who appeared in American, British, and Italian films. So she's still with us. Bernard Lee, he would played M, 1980, 1908 to 1981. He passed away right before they started filming For Your Eyes Only. So he played M all the way up to For Your Eyes Only. I believe that was like 11 movies, I believe. And that was Mr. Bernard Lee. Joseph Wiseman played Dr. No from 1980. He lived from 1918 to 2009. A Canadian American theater, film, and television actor. And then we have Mr. Jack Lord from 1920 to 1988. Everybody knows him as Steve McGarrett and the hit TV show Hawaii Five-O. And those are our people. Again, you can go on to Terrence Young. This is the director of this movie. Like I said, he filmed 3 James Bond movies: Dr. No, From Russia Love, and Thunderball. And then the producers, Salzman and Broccoli. I think the Broccoli family just recently gave up their rights to Amazon. But yeah, I give this movie a 5.5 out of 6. The low bars because a lot of people aren't going to want to watch an old movie with some of the not in special effects, the models and stuff, and the drop back scenes of watching cars chase each other, but you see the person driving it and the screen running behind it. What I do like about this movie is the actual on location scenery, the acting, the dialogue they have between each other for that genre. I think that was really good. So I would recommend to watch it. That's just me because I'm a James Bond fan, but others might not like it. But again, if you like my material, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.